How's it going, vaqueros, and welcome back to another Warzone 2 shotgun video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Bryson 800 with explosive rounds, one of my new favorite ways to run this gun in Warzone, and it is a lot of fun. I highly encourage you guys to try it out, but what we're going to do is go over the damage profile and the ranges on sim.gg, and then we'll go over the class in-game to kind of show you guys how I built it out, mostly for speed and aggression, but I'll give you guys some pointers for some other ways to build it as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into sim.gg and check out the stats for the gun. Alright guys, so here we are on sim.gg, and here is explosive rounds for the Bryson 800. As you can see, we do a lot of headshot damage out to about 6.5 meters, but the really cool thing here is that we can hit one stomach shot and one chest shot, and that will give us 250 health, and that basically is a two-shot kill. There is no one-shot headshots or one-shot kills with slugs, unfortunately, but this is actually really good, because that means you just have to hit above the waist 2 shots as long as you don't really hit arms, and bam, you got a two-shot kill out to 6.5 meters. It's not as good as like Dragon's Breath, where you don't have to be as accurate, but still it gets a little bit better after this range. So you see from about 6.5 to about 19 meters, we can still do a ton of headshot damage. So basically you need to hit one headshot along with one chest or one stomach shot, and that will give you a two-shot kill. So that is pretty difficult to do in a lot of situations, because having to hit consistent headshots can be a bit of a challenge. But if you're a good player, if you can really aim high and aim true and, you know, hit those dang shots well, this will be a fun build to use, and it's really rewarding if you can do that. It's almost like a hybrid between a shotgun and a marksman rifle. Now, if you go out past 19 meters, out to about 46, as you can see, we can still two-shot headshot, but we can't really get anything other than that. It's going to take 3 body shots, so it starts to get a little bit more unforgiving. Past 46 meters out to 94, again, you can't really do much here. You need to hit 3 headshots, 4 body shots. It gets a little crazy. So this isn't really a sniper shotgun per se. You can do it, but really the trick to these slug shotguns in this game in Warzone is to getting into that close to medium range. So about 0 to 20 meters is where you want to be, and really aiming high. You really want to hit those upper chest shots, those headshots, and that is how you're going to take these people down. So here we are in game in the created class section. As you can see, this is my speed and aggression explosive slug build. This is very good because you are so quick on your feet, you have great strafe speed, and it is just a monster of a gun when it comes to your mobility. I mean, just look how fast you can move around, and look how quick you can aim down sights. I mean, that's a little ridiculous. You can still hit some good shots. It's a little far. You probably won't be able to hit it simply because, well, I hit it there, but the slugs get very inaccurate at those distances. So really your best bet is to stay in this sort of 0 to 20 meter range. That's kind of the sweet spot you want to be with slugs, I found. And really, you don't want to be sniping too much with these because they get so inaccurate. It's possible, but I don't recommend it. Now, if this is a little too much for you, for example, if you notice when I move left and right when I'm aiming, the sights are a little wobbly, right? If that's too much for you, there's 2 ways you can fix that. First, swap out the Bryson choke for the rifled barrel. This will give you more range. It's also going to keep your sights a lot more clean. As you can see, there's no ghost ring sight. It's basically just a little pin right here at the end, and it can be nice, right? It can be done. It is a little bit easier to kind of strafe left and right with it on, but if you do want to keep the choke on instead, which helps us with our tighter spread, which helps with the bloom that slugs have, what we can do is swap out the sawed-off mod for the FSS Guardian stock, which gives us some stability as well as some good speed benefits. And as you can see when I move left and right, we don't move as fast, but look how steady that is. I mean, this is just downright nasty how stable it is when you move left and right. So even though you're a little bit slower, you can hit shots a lot more effectively if you choose that stock. But I like to be aggressive and get in people's faces, so I typically go for this in Warzone in particular. In multiplayer, it's a little bit different since you can one-shot kill, but the Demo X50 tactical pump is great because it gives us a rate of fire boost as well as aim down sight speed. So I always recommend this attachment in particular. Now, if you don't like using a laser, what you can do is just swap this out for something like the FSS Shark Fin. You might notice it only gives you aiming idle stability, but you can actually tune the attachment to give you just a little bit more aim down sight speed, and your sweet spot is going to be around this area right here. You can even just max it because recoil stabilization doesn't matter too much with the pump action, so you could just put it all the way down, and then you still have a very snappy aim down sight speed. I mean, that's just really, really nice. So slugs are a little bit of a weird beast because they do have a very slow muzzle velocity, and like I said before, they're also very inaccurate at longer ranges. Sometimes you can hit some good shots, sometimes it's very difficult, but like I said, this build right here, if I just put on my laser, this is my go-to. This is how you want to play if you're wanting to be aggressive and hit those close range shots. Overall, my thoughts on this gun and this build is it's very much so a very high skilled gun to use, but it's also a lot of fun, and it's just so much fun to use slugs in general in Warzone. Even though they're very difficult to use in a lot of ways, I treat them as like a hybrid marksman rifle shotgun, where not as much range as a marksman rifle, but more range than a traditional shotgun with spread, but it's also harder to use. And because of the inaccuracies of slugs, you have to use a choke or a suppressor. It can be a little bit daunting, but I really don't recommend sniping per se with these things. I just more recommend using this as an addition to a shotgun or like a close quarters weapon build, that you basically just push the range a little bit more, but not crazy ranges like sniping range. This is still going to be a close to medium range type of rifle, or I'm sorry, shotgun, so I really encourage you guys to try it out. Now, if we compare them to regular slugs, normal slugs have a little bit less range, but they also don't have to deal with bomb squad. Bomb squad is its own issue. I haven't tested the damage values for bomb squad with explosive slugs, but in normal multiplayer, you don't deal above 100 damage, so it's most likely going to make it to where you have to take an additional shot to kill, so you're going to basically take 3 shots to kill with these things, so that kind of sucks. But not a lot of people are rocking Bomb Squad. Not a lot of people get their perks, and if they do, they don't use Bomb Squad. It's not on their perk package, so you're generally going to be okay in most situations you find yourself using this gun. But ultimately, it's a lot of fun, and I highly encourage you guys to try it out just to break the monotony of the game. That's always one of the things that shotguns help with, is just trying something new and fun. So let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know what you thought of the format. It's a little bit different going on to sim.gg and then showing off the build in-game, but I don't really play Warzone 2 that much anymore. I'm just kind of at a point where I'm a little bored of it. Not a lot of content, so I'm hoping for more stuff soon, and I'm just kind of waiting for the resurgence maps to come out because I don't like these big maps. So with that being said, guys, let me know what you think of the video down below in the comments. What do you think of this shotgun build, and what other shotgun I should check out next? And with all that being said, I will see you in the next video.